It is March, which means it is Women's History Month. How long has Women's History Month been a thing?
1987.
1987. Wow, that's incredible. I don't really understand how I'm just now hearing about Women's History Month. Like I don't really feel like this month is widely celebrated. But in the spirit of Women's History Month, I would like to know, what do you guys think women's greatest accomplishment has been for the world? Like what have women given the world out of the history of women? I'd like to know. Like, do me a favor, put it in the comments, and if you guys participate, I'll be able to share it on the next episode. What is women's biggest accomplishment to the world?
What do you think women's greatest accomplishment is?
What do I think women's biggest accomplishment to the world has been? That box. I'm kidding. Or am I? No, seriously. I think it's simple. I think that women's biggest accomplishment in the history of the world is life. Seriously, if you think about it, it's very simple. Women have easily accomplished the greatest thing ever, and that is populating the world. What am I doing with my hands? I feel like Donald Trump right now. Women have easily given the world the greatest accomplishment ever. They have single-handedly populated the world. I know they're some of the greatest people. Some of them are my best friends. Let me stop. Do men have a month? Like, do we get a month? Probably not. You know what? No Nut November. Roll the intro. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of Midnight Media Review with Moel. I think that we did a really good job with this episode, so please make sure you stay till the end. We got an amazing guest on the show, Zelda Fields Polk. She's a astonishing model and entrepreneur, so please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and ring that bell so you can be reminded of the future episodes of Midnight Media Review with Moel. So, it's your favorite clip, not mine, but yours. Our first segment of tonight is, it sucks, which stands for shit you see on social media. Roll it.
S.U.C. is the luckiest man on earth. He gets to hit that every night. She's a billionaire. Taylor Swift ain't no two-nickel fuck.
Taylor and Travis taking time out to be tourists.
Travis Kelce is hitting it like this every night, then that ball boy is lucky.
For anyone who's caught Swift fever,
Next one. Please give me cock. Cock.
God, man, come on now, please. Who the fuck puts Louis Vuitton on their face? I mean, I've seen some crazy ass tattoos. I never really understand putting the logos of these high end, companies like these clothing brands, and just, like, think about it. You literally consciously made the decision to put another man's name on your face. My goodness, what's wrong with the people in our community? I don't get it. It's like, let's get to the updates. This segment is MMR updates. A little segment that we do to give you a little bit of the updates on things that have happened on the news and social media, local or not local. So tonight's main story is takes place in Philadelphia. So on March 2nd, Celena Morrison, an LGBT Philadelphia official, was on her way home. She was stopped by an officer on I-76 for a motor vehicle code violation. Her husband was in a separate car following her. He pulled over, to make sure that his wife was safe, because these officers these days have been. Anyways, so the violation itself never really was specified, but that's neither here nor there. What is important is what happened during the traffic stop, so let's take a look.
You're going to get paid! Put your hands behind your back!
They are! That is my husband! That's my husband! That's my husband, please!
It's okay, baby.
That is my husband!
I don't know why you're doing this. It's okay. Go, baby. It's okay.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get hit. Do not. I work for the mayor. I work for the mayor.
Go.
I work for the mayor.
Go. Please just stop. Go. It's because I'm black.
Would you please?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Turn around. Turn around. No. Give me your hands. Or you're getting paid. Stay right there. I am. I can't go anywhere.
What is happening?
Celena, it's okay, man.
Don't worry. Well, I don't know why this is happening.
okay.
Stay
It's okay.
calm. We ain't done nothing
I know.
wrong.
It's fine.
We ain't done nothing. He
It's
just
fine.
punched me.
I saw
He just
everything.
punched me.
I saw
He just
everything. I
punched
hope you're thinking you're doing. Just stop. It's okay.
What is going on?
Now, both Morrison and her husband were arrested, and the mayor did make a statement via Twitter or X. I'm never going to get used to that name. And the statement went, you know what? I'll throw it up on screen so you guys can see how well I read. Earlier today, a Pennsylvania State Police trooper executed a car stop on the Vine Street Expressway in Philadelphia, reportedly for a vehicle code violation. Celena Morrison, the city's executive director of the Office of LGBT Affairs, was in the vehicle that was stopped. A video circulating on social media that depicts a portion of the incident is very concerning to me, and I will have no further comment until the investigation has been completed. Now, the investigation is obviously still underway, and we may or may not keep you posted with what goes on, because it's neither here nor there, and it's in Philadelphia. And I really don't care. Or maybe you do. So have you guys heard of this kid, Hansel and Enmanuel? This guy is a phenomenal basketball player. Actually, I got a little reel for you while I speak here. So let's go ahead and roll that. So he played for Northwestern State Demons basketball team. The kid lost his arm as a young boy, but he did not allow this to stop him from going for his dream, which is obviously to play basketball. He's only 20 years old. He's from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Now, I don't know if he lost his arm there or if he lost his arm in the States, but I mean, look at the way he balls. Like, dude, the kid averages 26 points a game. Now, I know plenty of people with two arms who don't ball like that. Plenty of people. One of them's name is Moel. Seriously, though, like, I couldn't imagine losing my arm and still having the confidence and the drive and the motivation to get out there and do it, man. I would. Hey, Hansel, more power to you, man. Kid is astonishing. This next segment is content creators. It's a segment where we spotlight a content creator from across social media. And tonight, we give you Legendary J. Now, Legendary J is an influencer, comedian, and TikTok extraordinaire. His TikToks are very funny, and I feel like this is, I could be completely wrong, but I feel like this is where he actually made a huge mark on social media for his name. Let's check him out.
Only 2 more until what's that look on his face? It's impossible for him to stop me. Unless he has a... Wait.
This is actually the first TikTok that I saw from Legendary J. I'm a new fan of your work, bro. So if you want to be on the show, hit me up. We can get you on here, and I'll be able to interview you. You know how you come up with these crazy ass videos and content. This next segment is called The Plug. So this segment is about promoting, entrepreneurs, independent companies, independent brands. We try to keep it, under the big companies, because they don't really need the promotion and stuff like that. So I like to promote those who aren't quite on that scale, because we try to make the little man the big man, or in this case the big girl. It's Women's Month, so we're gonna give you Evie Nail Studio. Now, if you are ever in Washington and you just happen to be in the Kent area, by all means, check out Evie Nail Studios. If you need your nails done for a romantic getaway, weekend show outs, travel plans, or you just want to make sure that you're just keeping it professional for your work week, check out Evie Nails, because they got you. You can even book at evienails.com, but they do accept walk-ins. And if you go there, tell them I sent you. Evie Nail Studios. All right, y'all. You know what time it is. IGBG, a segment put together by your boy, Reggie. Please continue doing us the favor.
Have I failed you yet?
No, you haven't. So tonight we are bringing you Beatriz Corbett. I have no idea if I'm saying that name right. She is Miss Brazil USA 2018. What does that even mean? Brazil USA? Brazil's not in the USA. I'm so confused right now, but I'm sure it means something special. Roll it. Oh my God. Beatriz. Corbett. Reggie has not failed us yet. She looks like a Caucasian chick with a bomb ass body. I could be completely wrong. I mean, she's Miss Brazil USA. Regardless,
You're welcome.
good job, Reggie. All right, so we about to hit this commercial break. And stay tuned, please. We got Zelda Phil's Polk coming up after the commercial break, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be an amazing interview. See you guys in a minute. You did. Oh my goodness. Last year, we brought you the iPhone 13. 15. Sorry, they all alike. And in an effort to make it the most durable, we brought you the iPhone 15, iPhone 15 Pro Max with titanium. And much to our surprise, you still managed to break that shit. This year, we are bringing you the most powerful iPhone yet. We have crammed so much technology into it. And in an effort to make it the most durable iPhone yet, our research team has searched far and wide. And it is my pleasure to bring to you the iPhone 16 with vibranium. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have partnered with Wakanda to... Hold up. Hey, that shit's real? Vibranium is real? Bro, hey, I'm gonna need to get me a Black Panther outfit, dog. Like, I got some people I'm trying to kill. Impress. Not kill. Fuck. Hey, can we go to a commercial break? Damn it, this is a commercial. We're bringing you the iPhone 16 with vibranium. September. Some point in time. It'll be out. Pre-order and all that shit. Fuck. I'm not a killer, guys. Welcome back to Midnight Media Review with Moel, and tonight we got a very special guest. And you've seen her on runways. You have seen her in magazine print. She is a model coordinator. She is a coach, and she is an author. Please give a big welcome with a big clap for this beautiful lady, Zelda Fields Polk. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How's it going?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic. Hey, first of all, let me just say thank you for agreeing to do this show tonight. We've had some pretty nice guests, and some of them have been absolutely amazing. Well, all of them have been amazing. I love having people from like different backgrounds on the show. Now, with you being a model, that's fairly a big deal because you've been pretty much everywhere. So, and we're going to get into this real quick. When you first heard about this show, what was your first thoughts?
I was like, yes, let's do it. Advertisement, networking, opportunity, meet more people, connect with more people. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Fantastic. And you're joining us from Orlando, right? Orlando, Florida?
Yes, sunshine.
That's fantastic. That's dope. Okay, so we're just going to get into it then. So this is probably a question you probably get like all the time, especially when you're like booking gigs and stuff like that. Well, it's probably on your resume too, though. But like, so you've been modeling for a long time now. How long have you been actually modeling for?
So actually, I have not been modeling for a long time.
It's not a long time. You're just good at okay. Surprise.
Well, it's a little backstory. I've been in the entertainment industry most of my life, but I started modeling 3 years ago.
Wow. And okay, so 3 years ago, and she's already this big. All right. 3 years ago. So since you mentioned entertainment, like where did you get your start with entertainment then?
In the church, just like most of us African American brothers and sisters, I was in the choir. I did plays at the church, and then that transferred over into school. I was a part of the show choir at school, the
Mm-hmm.
chorus, and then from there, when I went to college, I was a part of this ensemble. We traveled around Florida and did a whole bunch of concerts. Then I got married to a musician,
Word?
a band leader himself. So because of course, you're married to a musician, you got to sing and do whatever he do, right? So I spent like the last 12 years of my life on a whole bunch of stages.
So is he in the entertainment business as well? Like, is he like, does he do like, what does he do? Is he a singer or is he just like plays like instruments and stuff?
So he's multi-talented. He is a singer. Right now, he is in Colorado working full-time as a musician.
That's dope.
He's a several bands. The biggest band that he's a part of right now is the radio band. You may have heard of it, may not.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he plays keyboard, he plays the drums, he teaches parts. So he does a little bit of everything in the music industry.
That's dope. So at what age did you say to yourself, I want to be in the entertainment business or I want to be a big time model? Like where would that thought process come from?
So actually, when I was younger, I thought about modeling, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't take it serious because I had got picked on growing up. So I didn't think I was pretty. I didn't think I had what it took to be a model. So it was just something that I just dismissed.
Wow.
However, every now and then the thought would come to me like, hey, I really should try that one day. I'm gonna do it one day. So it was on my bucket list. So when I turned 40, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not getting
Wait,
any younger.
hold on. Did you say 40?
Yeah.
You're 40 right now.
Well,
Or
I'm older than
technically you're older than 40 because you said when you turn 40.
turned 40. Exactly. You caught that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it was on my
You
bucket list.
you know what they say. You know what they say. There's no cracks. Like there's none. Okay, continue, please.
Yeah, so it was on my bucket list. And, at that time, back in 2020, that's when COVID had hit. So everything was shut down. So we
Yeah.
couldn't do any concerts, no more plays, none of that. However, as the world started opening back up, there was this organization here in Orlando called Dream City. They
Hmm.
put together a big fashion event. So I saw the ad on Facebook and I was like, you know what, this is my chance. I'm not getting any younger. I'm just going to go for this, right? So I went and did the audition, got selected to be one of the models. They trained us for 3 months, got us prepared for that fashion show. So I did my first fashion show in February of 20 of 21.
Wow.
Yeah, and then from there, things just took off. And for me, it was just, okay, I did it. I'm going to check this off my list. But things just kept happening. Doors kept opening. So I said, you know what? I'm going to roll with this. And so here I am today.
That's beautiful, man. That's I feel like everyone who has a dream or a thought or even if you want to even call it like a premonition, I think that people should definitely follow it. Like you don't realize how short life actually is until
Right.
you're like older and you're like wondering, I say like a lot. And you're wondering to yourself, man, if only I would have, or you have regrets saying, I wish I would have, or I wish I did that, or I wish I did this. And that's actually part of the reason why I actually even started doing this show is because I just for some reason I just can't stop saying but like when you have an idea or when you have a dream, people often say, nah, that'll never happen. And then they doubt themselves. I don't know what this show's going to turn into, but I'm hoping that I get more and more fans. People want to be on the show. People want to be a part of the movement or the project like yourself. Again, I appreciate you doing this, but when people have a dream, they need to follow it. We are here for a reason, and everybody has their own reason to do something. So
Yeah.
please, by all means, continue doing what you're doing because obviously it's working for you. 3 years. 3 years. So
Years.
it's a big deal. Okay, so I have, and this is something that I'm wondering myself, and I'm pretty sure the viewers are wondering as well.
Mhm.
Now, you are 2021 and 2023 Best Standard Model. Please explain to us and myself the gravity of what that means to earn this title. Oh,
Yeah, so I brought the awards out.
nice. That's
Yeah.
dope, man. Hey,
So
give this girl her flowers now, like for real. Like, that's special.
thank you so much.
You're
So
welcome.
regional awards. So they are specific to Central Florida only.
Okay.
So the first one in 2021, this award show was put on by Miss B Productions,
Mhm.
the Fashion Gala Awards, and then the one in 2023, this one was put on by Portia Allure. And this was Polk County, and it's interesting because I don't even live in Polk County. I live in Lake County, which is like an hour away from Polk. But they put on their version of the Grammys. And so I was nominated, put into this category of Best Standard Model of the Year for 2
Wow.
years. And
Wow.
I went against many other phenomenal women that have been in the industry longer than I have. But the community thought that what I was doing as a model was worthy of a nomination. And so it
Mhm.
was up to the community to vote and the fans to vote. And so they voted, and your girl won 2021 and 2023.
That's beautiful. Which is around the time that you even started, right? Because 2024 now. So
Right.
man, that's the round of applause right there for real. Like I feel like I can't stop saying like. I need to find another word for like. What's another word for like? Jeez.
I
But
think
seriously, like
I think
when you it's not about the longevity sometimes. It's really more about the craft. It's about personability, the art. I've seen people in different, aspects of life or different, career paths who start their careers very early and be like big time like the next year versus someone who's been doing it for like 5, 10 years and still trying to figure it out. And so
right.
I used to think that you have to have the experience, you have to have the portfolio, you have to have all this long time, but you really don't. You just have to have the drive. You have to have the hustle. You have to have a following. You have to have the backing, and people in Polk County fuck with you.
Right.
So
I'm not even from there. Followed my page and saw me out and about at different events, and they felt
yeah,
like, okay, yeah, she got it. She's the best.
that's dope,
So,
man. So out of all the things that you've done with like runway and print, and these are two professions that are not easy professions. I know a lot of people who do like more print stuff and hitting those poses and holding those poses. I mean, you're working every single muscle in your body to do that and to hold those forms. So again, I commend you guys on being able. I'm not. You would never see me. I've taken some shots before. You got 10 minutes and I'm done. It's all you getting. so with out of modeling and with runway and print, what would you say would be your favorite?
my favorite is runway, and the reason is because my background is arts and entertainment. So I'm used to
Nice.
being on stages. So the
Hmm.
runway is just another stage. I get to dress up, I get to become this character, I get to become this beautiful queen that is displaying these awesome garments. And I get to walk out there and I get to put on a show. I get to entertain the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I get to represent that brand. So for me, it's runway because it's an extension of what I love to do, which is to just be out in front of crowds, helping to inspire people and help them to, just enjoy themselves for that moment that they're at that show.
So you feed off that energy then. So like when you're in public and you're center front stage, the center of attention, it's the energy that drives you.
It's weird for me because a lot of people don't believe me when I tell them this, but I'm actually introvert. I'm shy. I'm,
I
but
don't believe
able to, yeah, I know you don't believe it, but I am. But
it.
I get into a zone. So even if the crowd is not giving me that energy, it doesn't matter because my fuel is coming from within. It's coming from the place that I go in to be able to, produce what I got to produce when I'm out there.
So Zelda's out here giving the Sasha Fierce. You,
It helps.
you go.
The
Who's your?
crowd,
What's the name of your alter ego?
yeah, the crowd help, but if they're not there, if they're not giving it to me, it's okay because I have trained myself to go into that place where I can still be able to produce at a high level, even if the crowd is like not there with you.
I feel like you might have an alter ego though. Do you have a name for her?
Zelena, that's my Instagram name.
Oh, okay, Z Lynette. I was going to
Yeah.
ask you about that later too. Though. Okay, so Z Lynette. Now, is that like specifically with a name that you already have, or is that a nickname, or where'd that come from?
Yeah, it's a combination. So Lynette is actually my legal middle name.
Okay.
And all my life, people just felt like they wanted to call me Z. My name is Zelda, but they just call me Z. So actually, the guy that I used to work with when I first got started, he
Mm-hmm.
actually helped me get that name. So I just kept it because it was like, okay, yeah, it works.
No, I
So
mean
yeah,
Z Lynette's actually a pretty dope name though. I didn't know that was your middle name. So, and I'm
yeah,
sure you probably get a lot of feedback with your first name alone. Like the name Zelda is not really that common. Of course, it's a video game, which I'm sure
right.
you've heard of a million times.
Yeah.
But in reality, I've literally only met one other person with the name Zelda, and I be honest with you, I'm not even sure if that's even her real name. So
Yeah.
the name alone, that you could literally go by one name, just Zelda, and people would know exactly who you are because it's not a common name, at least not
Mm,
a real common name.
yeah.
So that's something to go off of. Um, it was something that you said earlier, and I really wanted to touch on it, and it's just like we got so far past it, but maybe we'll circle back around to it.
All right.
So my next question, because I feel like I used to do music back in the day, and everyone always had their inspiration as to, who they are inspired to be, or who they wanted to, what level of success they wanted to reach, and they would name someone. Oh, I want to be as big as this person, or I want to be as big as that person. In the modeling industry or entertainment industry in general, is there any specific person that's inspired you throughout the years of your time in the entertainment business?
Well, specifically for modeling, it would be Naomi Campbell. And
The
the
GOAT.
reason, of course, she's the dope. Well, I'm gonna call her the queen, not the dope.
You know what? I like that better.
It's because she's dark skinned. She's a beautiful dark skinned woman,
Hmm.
and I'm dark as well. I'm not that dark, but I am considered a dark skinned woman. So to be able to see her and she's
Copper
dark
complected.
and successful, that's inspiring to me. Also, she just embodies class to me. Like every time you see her, she just carries herself with this regal aura. And it's just like I've never heard her or seen her get out of character or heard or seen any bad reviews about her. And
Hmm.
so that also inspires me because that's the type of person I want to be. That's the type of professional I want to be. Like everywhere I go, I'm a woman of class, I'm a woman of excellence. And so that's what I've witnessed from her throughout the years. She's been the same, she's been consistent, and she's a boss in her industry. So, yeah, that's my inspiration when it comes to modeling.
And I think that when it comes to any career path that someone chooses, it's consistency is probably the biggest thing in the world. Like I remember listening to Nipsey in one of his interviews, and he said that, and I'm paraphrasing when I say this, it was along the lines of the only difference with me is that I just didn't quit. He
Mm,
kept going, regardless of what was going on. He continued going. And I think that's what makes the biggest difference. There's a lot of people out there who are good at something and just quit, or they just stop, or they just stop trying, or it's just not. They're not. Their heart isn't in it. And so I think consistency is the biggest key. Not just the drive, not just your want for it, but continuing to do it day in and day out, even if it's just a little bit. That's one thing that I learned is if there is something that I'm working on, no matter how small it is, every day work on it. It could be writing out a script, writing out a line, preparing some notes, whatever
mhm.
it is. Just do something that keep you working towards a goal every day.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing that I've always continued doing. No matter what it is, I'm going to do something every day that's going to get me closer to where I want to be at. So consistency.
Yeah, definitely.
So in your modeling career, has there ever been anything that you've wanted to do that you haven't done yet?
Yes, I definitely want to do more overseas. I
Okay.
had the opportunity to go model in Mexico last year,
Oh,
and it was glass. A couple of my friends, they're going to Paris this year, and I'm happy for them. But I'm not going to make Paris this year. But that's something that I definitely want to do. I definitely want to be on the international circuit more.
the international circuit is a huge deal because overseas there's a lot more money involved, and
It is.
that's with anything in the entertainment business, music. A lot of people who will do music tour overseas because there's a way more money involved.
It
So yeah,
is.
so and then also the connections too.
Right. And I definitely understand that because I had the opportunity to tour with my husband and the gospel
Wow.
group that he has in Italy in 2019 I went, and then 2014 I think was my first year. So yeah, I've
Hmm.
been to Italy twice, and it's just so different. I mean,
We got balloons.
people, they love they love our talent. They love
Yes.
talent. So yeah, I definitely want to experience that on the modeling side.
Well, I think that there's a nice place for you on this path that you have started 3 years ago. And honestly, I can't wait to see what Zelda feels Polk is going to be doing in the future. So, what is next for Zelda?
Okay, so what is next? So I do got my own training program going. So I do runway training classes. I do online courses as well. I do empowerment sessions, and I'm going to continue pushing my book. Last year
I
I
was just
released
about to ask
a
you
book.
about that too.
My book is called The Freelance Model Guide.
That's dope.
And because of all the support I had and because of my background, I was able to move quick in the industry. And so a lot of people kept hitting me up like, hey, how did you do it? Can you tell me how to do this and that? And so after about 6 months of answering the same questions, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put everything in the book. So that's what this book is about. It teaches you the basics of getting started in the industry. It teaches you how to
Mhm.
brand yourself, and it gives you some business tips as a freelance model. And you can pick it up on
That's
Amazon.
That's beautiful. And hey, more power to you. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you. And I love seeing the drive that you have with a great support system, too. So we are a little bit low on time, but before I let you go, please tell everyone where they can find you at. All your social media tags, all of it.
Okay, so I am on everything at Zelynette. So it's ZeeLynnette. You can find me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, yeah, at Zelynette. Facebook, I also have my personal page, but I do a lot of business there too. You can
Mhm.
find me Zelda Lynette Polk. Sorry for all the differences, but yeah, I got
It's
hacked, so I
perfectly
had to
fine.
and change my name on Facebook.
Well, I mean, I'm sure when people are looking for you, the Zealand will be enough. So
Yeah,
again, I want to say thank you so much for coming on to Midnight Media Review with Moel. I truly appreciate you taking up the time to join us and give us a little bit more insight on who Zelda is and what the future holds for you. And I can't wait to see you do bigger and better things. So
thank
please
you,
give another round of applause for our special guest tonight. And we will see you soon, Zelda. Thank you so much.
thank
And we'll
you.
see you guys in a second. Let's give tonight's guest another round of applause. And if you or someone you know has a brand, a product, or talent and wants to be featured on the Midnight Media Review with Moel show, please feel free to email me at therealmoel@gmail.com. And I or my staff will get back to you and try to get you scheduled. But until then, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Remember, life is way too short to not enjoy it. You guys have a good night.